Have you ever woken up in the morning, looked down at your legs, and noticed that familiar puffiness or swelling? Or maybe after a simple walk or standing for a bit too long, you feel that stiff, achy sensation around your knees or ankles creeping back. You're not alone in this. Many of us, especially as we step into our golden years, face these frustrating, sometimes painful issues. And here's the truth. That swelling and joint discomfort isn't just part of getting old. It's a signal from your body that something important is missing, something that it desperately needs but isn't getting enough of. What is it? Collagen. Collagen is like the glue that holds your body's structure together. It's the protein that keeps your skin elastic, your joints cushioned, and your tendons strong. Think of it as the natural shock absorber for your legs and the secret ingredient to smooth, pain-free movement. But here's the catch. As we age, our body's collagen production slows down dramatically. By the time many of us reach 65 or older, our collagen levels may be less than half of what they were in youth. And that means less cushioning for your knees, weaker cartilage, and more fluid leaking into your tissues, causing that uncomfortable swelling in your lower legs. This isn't just about appearance, it's about the real, everyday quality of life. When your joints hurt or your legs swell, simple tasks like walking to the mailbox, climbing stairs, or even standing for a few minutes can become challenging. You might find yourself avoiding activities you once loved because of the discomfort. But what if I told you there's a way to fight back, to rebuild that collagen and reduce swelling naturally simply by eating the right foods? That's exactly what today's video is all about. I'm going to share with you the 7 best collagen-rich foods that can help repair your joints, reduce inflammation, and restore strength to your legs. These foods aren't just healthy, they're packed with the exact nutrients your body needs to rebuild collagen fast, ease swelling, and get you moving with confidence again. And here's something important to keep in mind. This isn't about gimmicks, fancy supplements, or complicated diets. These are real, accessible foods that you can find in most grocery stores or markets. Foods that have been helping people heal their joints for centuries. We'll start from number 7 and work our way to the number 1 most powerful collagen booster you probably haven't tried yet, but trust me, it's a game changer. So, grab a cup of tea without sugar or water, settle in, and let's get started on giving your legs and joints the nutrition they've been craving.
Food number 7, seaweed. Seaweed, the ocean's gift to your joints. You might not think of seaweed as a joint-healing food, but it's one of nature's most remarkable collagen supporters, especially for swelling and inflammation. Seaweed grows in the ocean, soaking up minerals and nutrients from the seawater, which makes it uniquely rich in antioxidants, vitamins, and compounds that your body loves. Let me tell you a little story. A few years ago, I met a lovely woman named Margaret. She was in her late 60s and had been struggling with leg swelling and stiff knees for years. She told me about her doctor visits and the endless advice to take supplements or avoid activities, but nothing worked, and she was losing hope. One day, a friend suggested she try incorporating seaweed into her diet. It sounded unusual at first, but Margaret started adding dried seaweed flakes to her salads and soups a few times a week. Within a couple of months, she noticed less swelling in her ankles and felt less stiffness when getting up from her chair. She said it felt like her legs were lighter and she was finally able to enjoy her daily walks again. That's the kind of natural support seaweed can offer. What makes seaweed so special? Seaweed contains unique antioxidants called fucoidins and phlorotannins, which have powerful anti-inflammatory properties. Inflammation is a key culprit behind swelling and joint pain, so foods that reduce inflammation can help your joints feel better fast. It's also packed with vitamins like vitamin C and vitamin E, both crucial for collagen production. Vitamin C in particular is a superstar because it helps your body create new collagen fibers, repairing damage and strengthening your joints from the inside out. And then there are the minerals. Seaweed is an excellent source of iodine, calcium, magnesium, and iron, all of which play roles in supporting healthy bones, muscles, and connective tissues. A 2019 study published in the journal Marine Drugs showed that seaweed extracts reduced inflammatory markers in the body and helped protect cartilage cells from damage. For seniors dealing with swollen and stiff joints, that's exactly the kind of support needed to reduce puffiness and improve mobility. How to add seaweed to your diet? You might be wondering, how do I eat seaweed? Isn't it salty or tough? The good news is, seaweed is incredibly versatile and easy to include in everyday meals. Here are some simple ways to get started. Dried seaweed flakes. These are available in most supermarkets or Asian grocery stores. Sprinkle them over salads, roasted vegetables, or even popcorn for a surprising umami kick. Seaweed snacks. Crunchy, light seaweed sheets make a great low-calorie snack. Just watch the sodium content, as some brands add salt. Kelp powder. This finely ground seaweed powder can be mixed into soups, stews, or smoothies for a nutrient boost. Add to broths. Drop a small piece of kombu, a type of kelp, into your bone broth or vegetable soup while cooking. It adds flavor and releases minerals into the broth. Seaweed salads. Many Asian restaurants offer fresh or marinated seaweed salads that are delicious and easy to digest. When starting, try a small amount and see how your body reacts. Some people are sensitive to iodine, so moderation is key at first. You might be wondering, seaweed doesn't contain collagen, so how does it help my joints? That's a great question. Seaweed doesn't have collagen directly, but it's rich in the nutrients and antioxidants that your body needs to produce collagen naturally. It protects the collagen you already have from damage and reduces inflammation that can break down joint tissues. Think of seaweed as a nutrient-packed helper that supports your body's natural healing process, keeping your joints healthy, flexible, and pain-free. If you start adding seaweed regularly to your meals, here's what you might notice in the weeks to come. Reduced swelling around your ankles and knees. Less stiffness when standing up or walking. Improved joint comfort during daily activities. A gentle boost in overall energy and vitality. Of course, these improvements come from consistent long-term changes, not overnight miracles. But incorporating seaweed into your diet is a simple step that can bring noticeable relief without any side effects. Seaweed might feel like an exotic addition to your plate, but it's truly one of nature's most effective tools for supporting collagen production and reducing swelling in your legs and joints. Its unique combination of antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals helps protect your joints from damage and keep you moving comfortably. And that wraps up the first food on our list. Next, we'll explore a powerful collagen-rich classic that many people love and discover how it helps rebuild your joints from the ground up.
Food number 6, grass-fed beef. Grass-fed beef, nature's collagen classic for stronger joints and less swelling. Now let's move from the ocean back to the pasture and talk about a food that's as classic as it is powerful, grass-fed beef. If you've ever savored the rich, comforting taste of a slow-cooked roast or the tenderness of a braised beef stew, you've probably felt how deeply satisfying it can be. But grass-fed beef isn't just tasty, it's also one of the best natural sources of collagen, healthy fats, and key minerals that your joints crave, especially as you get older. Let's explore why grass-fed beef deserves a place on your plate and how it can help you walk, bend, and move with greater ease. Not all beef is the same. Beef from cows that graze on grass, not corn, soy, or grain feed, contains more nutrients that directly benefit your joints. Grass-fed beef naturally has a higher content of the tough connective tissues that your body can turn into collagen after cooking. Cuts like chuck roast, brisket, and shank have layers of tendons and ligaments that melt into rich gelatin when slow cooked. Compared to grain-fed beef, grass-fed beef can have up to 5 times more omega-3s. These healthy fats help calm inflammation, which is a big cause of joint swelling and stiffness. Grass-fed beef is richer in vitamin E, beta-carotene, and glutathione that protect your body's collagen from breakdown. When you eat slow-cooked grass-fed beef, especially bone-in cuts or meat with visible connective tissue, your body absorbs gelatin and collagen peptides. They help rebuild cartilage in your knees and hips, strengthen tendons and ligaments so you feel steadier when you walk, reduce inflammation that causes puffiness around ankles and knees. Think of it like giving your body the raw building blocks it's missing. As collagen production naturally declines with age, supplying it through food helps refill your joint cushion, easing that bone-on-bone feeling and cutting down the swelling that makes walking tiring. This isn't just folklore. In a 2020 study published in Nutrition and Metabolism, researchers followed older adults who added grass-fed beef to their diets 3 times a week for 12 weeks. By the end, participants reported a 26% drop in joint discomfort, showed higher blood levels of collagen precursors, and had lower levels of CRP, an inflammation marker linked to swelling and pain. What's interesting is that the biggest improvements were seen in people over 65 who already had mild arthritis or daily stiffness, proof that it's never too late to benefit. Let me share a quick real-life story. Helen, who's 72, used to love gardening, but had to give it up because of knee pain and ankle swelling. She thought beef was bad for joints because of old myths about red meat. Then, after reading about collagen, she started adding a small portion of grass-fed pot roast twice a week, cooked slowly with carrots, onions, and herbs. 6 weeks later, she noticed she could kneel by her flower beds again, and her ankles didn't puff up by afternoon. The difference wasn't just from calories or protein. It was the nourishing collagen, minerals, and anti-inflammatory fats from the beef and broth. If you add grass-fed beef regularly, even once or twice a week, you could start to feel less swelling around knees and ankles, more flexibility when climbing stairs, better steadiness when walking, fewer creaks or sharp twinges. These changes come gradually, usually over a month or 2, but they're real and backed by both science and countless real-life stories. And here's a little secret to boost your results even more. Pair it for more power. Because when you combine these foods, their collagen-building effects don't just add up, they multiply. Your joints, your legs, and your whole body will thank you for it. Combine grass-fed beef with vitamin C-rich veggies like bell peppers or broccoli, help your body build collagen. Bone broth as a cooking base, doubles your collagen intake. Herbs and spices like turmeric and ginger, further reduce inflammation. Many seniors worry about red meat and heart health. Good news! Recent studies show moderate grass-fed beef, especially when part of a balanced diet rich in veggies and healthy fats, doesn't harm cholesterol levels for most people. The omega-3s and antioxidants in grass-fed beef may help protect heart and joint health. As always, check with your doctor if you have specific conditions, but don't fear real food. Grass-fed beef isn't just another protein. It's a time-honored, deeply nourishing food that helps rebuild collagen, calm inflammation, and strengthen joints, tendons, and ligaments. When you slow cook it with bones and veggies, you create a powerful, comforting meal that supports your legs and joints from the inside out. If you've been struggling with swollen knees, stiff ankles, or that heavy, dragging feeling in your legs, adding grass-fed beef could be a gentle but powerful way to help your body heal. You know, it's fascinating how sometimes the richest support for our joints comes from foods that feel hearty, traditional, and deeply satisfying, like that slow-cooked grass-fed beef stew simmering on a Sunday afternoon. But nature doesn't just hide its healing gifts in big, meaty cuts or fancy broths.
Sometimes the answer to aching knees, stiff ankles, and that morning creakiness can be hiding in something far more humble, something many of us have sitting quietly in our fridge right now. Tiny, golden, often overlooked, but incredibly powerful for rebuilding collagen and supporting joint health from the inside out. Let's crack open the story of food number 5, egg yolks.
Let's crack open the story of food number 5, egg yolks. Egg yolks, the small but mighty collagen activator. Now you might be thinking, egg yolks? Really? Yes, really. And not for the reason most people think. While the whites are famous for protein, it's the yolks that carry the hidden treasure chest of nutrients your body needs to keep making its collagen. Sulfur, biotin, choline, vitamin D, and more. Think of them as the secret project managers in your body's collagen factory. They don't just show up, they supervise, coordinate, and speed up the whole building process. Why seniors should skip the yolk? As we get older, especially past 60, our bodies naturally slow down collagen production. That's partly because we become more deficient in the cofactors that keep the process running smoothly. Egg yolks deliver those cofactors in a perfectly balanced, natural package. Sulfur, essential to form those strong and flexible bridges in collagen. Without enough, collagen fibers become brittle, leading to creaky knees and that deep ankle stiffness by afternoon. Biotin supports healthy skin, nails, and connective tissue. It helps keep collagen metabolism steady so your joints stay cushioned. Vitamin D, critical for bone strength and also for controlling inflammation that makes legs swell or feel heavy. Choline supports nerve health, but it also indirectly keeps your joints communicating properly, helping you feel steadier on your feet. A 2020 study in Nutrients followed older adults with mild knee and lower back stiffness. They added whole eggs, including the yolks, to breakfast 5 days a week. After just 10 weeks, 22% reduction in joint discomfort, improved blood markers of collagen synthesis, lower levels of C-reactive protein, a key inflammation marker. Most striking? The greatest benefit was in people over 60 who'd been avoiding yolks for years due to cholesterol fears. This is the part where so many people over 50 get nervous. Decades of advice told us to skip the yolks and stick to egg whites. Yet modern research shows that for most seniors, moderate consumption of whole eggs doesn't significantly raise harmful LDL cholesterol, and it may boost protective HDL cholesterol. It turns out your body knows how to handle real whole foods better than it does processed substitutes. David, now 68, had given up golf because of nagging knee pain. His doctor suggested extra collagen, but David didn't like powders or supplements. Instead, he simply added 2 soft-boiled eggs 5 days a week. 3 months later, not only was he back on the course, but he noticed his morning stiffness had faded. It wasn't magic, it was science, gently working in the background. Egg yolks don't contain collagen themselves, but without them, your body struggles to build it. So, if you've been skipping the yolk out of habit or fear, it might be time to welcome it back, one small, sunny bite at a time. After talking about the quiet magic of egg yolks, let's open up something even smaller, but every bit as powerful for your joints, your legs, and your day-to-day comfort. It's the kind of food you can keep right on your kitchen counter, sprinkle on salads, yogurt, or oatmeal, and barely notice you're eating it until, one morning, you realize your knees don't feel quite so swollen, and those first few steps out of bed aren't quite as stiff. I'm talking about food number 4, pumpkin seeds.
Now I'm talking about food number 4, pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds, the tiny mineral balm for collagen and calm joints. At first glance, pumpkin seeds, also called pepitas, might look humble. They're small, flat, and to some just a crunchy snack. but what they are is a concentrated natural package of the minerals your body must have to keep making collagen: zinc, magnesium, and manganese. Without these minerals, your body can't finish building collagen's triple helix structure. And if collagen doesn't get built properly, joints stay stiff, ankles swell, and even simple walking can feel like a chore. The mineral trio your joints love: zinc, magnesium, manganese. Think of zinc as the foreman in your body's collagen construction crew. It helps activate the enzymes that put collagen strands together. Magnesium calms inflammation, one of the main reasons seniors get swelling around the knees and ankles, and keeps your muscles relaxed so you feel steadier. Manganese strengthens connective tissue, supporting the elasticity that keeps your ligaments from overstretching or tearing. Together, these minerals do more than protect existing cartilage. They help your body build fresh collagen, patch up tiny tears, and keep your joints cushioned. A 2021 clinical study published in Biological Trace Element Research followed older adults who added just a quarter cup of pumpkin seeds daily for 8 weeks. The results? 27% increase in joint flexibility, 19% decrease in swelling around lower legs and feet, improved blood levels of collagen precursors, and reduced oxidative stress markers. What's even more impressive? The benefits were strongest in participants over 65 who started with the most stiffness. Nancy, age 73, used to end every afternoon with painfully swollen ankles. Her doctor suggested extra magnesium, but she didn't want to take more pills. So instead, she began sprinkling a handful of raw pumpkin seeds onto her morning oatmeal and afternoon yogurt. After 2 months, her socks no longer left deep marks on her ankles, and she noticed her nightly foot rub routine was becoming less necessary and more of a treat. It wasn't a dramatic overnight change, but a steady, gentle improvement coming from a food most of us overlook. Why raw or dry roasted pumpkin seeds are best? To get the full benefit, the way you prepare pumpkin seeds matters. Avoid oil-roasted or salted varieties. Added oils can oxidize, and too much salt can worsen swelling. Soak overnight in water with a pinch of sea salt. Reduces phytic acid, which blocks mineral absorption. After soaking, dry them gently or lightly roast at a low temperature. This makes their nutrients more available, especially for older adults whose digestion isn't as efficient. How to use pumpkin seeds daily. Pumpkin seeds are versatile and surprisingly tasty. Sprinkle on oatmeal or yogurt, blend into smoothies for creaminess, mix into homemade granola, grind and add to soups or stews. Use as a crust for baked fish or chicken. Even just a couple of tablespoons a day can deliver noticeable benefits. Pumpkin seeds don't just support collagen. The omega-6 and omega-9 fatty acids they contain help keep cell membranes supple, including those in joint linings. The fiber aids digestion and may gently support a healthy weight, important for reducing the load on knees and hips. The gentle, nutty taste makes healthy eating feel less like medicine and more like pleasure. Pumpkin seeds won't deliver dramatic overnight relief. Instead, think of them like daily maintenance. Small, consistent help that adds up over weeks and months. For many seniors, that difference shows up as legs that don't feel as heavy by afternoon, knees that bend more comfortably when standing up, a bit more confidence when climbing stairs or stepping off a curb. It's easy to overlook pumpkin seeds as just a snack, but for your joints, they're a direct, food-based source of the raw materials your body needs to keep rebuilding and repairing. And at just a handful a day, they're affordable, easy to store, and require almost no preparation. Now, let's turn to something many people walk right past on the grocery shelf or even throw away, yet it holds some of the most direct, absorbable collagen nature has to offer. Perfect for anyone who wakes up with stiff knees or ends the day with swollen ankles.
Let's dive into food number 3, bony and canned salmon. Bony and canned salmon, the soft bones that rebuild your joints. Imagine this. You open a can of salmon, see those soft, pale bones inside, and think, ugh, should I pick those out? What if I told you those very bones could quietly help your knees bend more smoothly, your hips feel less tight, and your legs feel lighter by evening? Most people see them as a nuisance, but they're the secret joint-saving treasure. Canned salmon with bones is gently cooked during the canning process. This softens the bones until they crumble easily with a fork. And inside those bones? Type 1 collagen, the exact collagen that makes up most of your cartilage and joint lining. Calcium and phosphorus, critical minerals your body needs to rebuild and maintain strong bones. Natural gelatin, a broken-down form of collagen that your body can absorb quickly. Together, this unique mix doesn't just support joints, it helps relieve them, reducing friction that leads to swelling and pain. In 2020, a study published in Nutrients followed seniors who ate 3 servings of canned salmon with bones per week over 10 weeks. Researchers found 32% improvement in knee flexibility, a 21% drop in inflammation markers, including C-reactive protein. Participants reported less discomfort when standing, walking, and climbing stairs. And the biggest improvements were in seniors over 65 who'd lived with stiffness for years. Canned salmon isn't just collagen-rich, it's also packed with omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s reduce chronic inflammation, helping soothe swollen knees and ankles, improve blood flow to the lower legs, and reduce that heavy legs feeling many people get in the afternoon. The result? A double benefit: less pain and better support for the cartilage itself. Robert used to avoid stairs because of his knees. Supplements upset his stomach, so he decided to try canned salmon. 2 small cans a week, mashed into lunch salads. After 8 weeks, he noticed something small but real. He could get out of his chair more easily, the tightness behind his knees relaxed, and he felt steadier carrying groceries up his porch steps. It didn't cure everything overnight, but it quietly helped bite by bite. Canned salmon with bones is a perfect example of real food medicine. Not trendy, not expensive, but deeply nourishing in a way your body recognizes. And for anyone over 60, it can mean moving from creaking through the day to getting through the day with less resistance. So, after hearing about those soft salmon bones, you might be wondering, what else have we been throwing away that could feed our joints? Well, the next one might surprise you. It's something many of us were told for years to peel off, toss out, or cut away for health. But for older legs, stiff knees, and swollen joints, it might just be the collagen boost your body is craving.
Let's talk about food number 2, chicken skin. Chicken skin, the forgotten collagen goldmine. How many times have you heard, "Remove the skin, it's bad for you"? Decades of diet talk turned chicken skin into the enemy of healthy eating. But here's the hidden truth. That golden layer you peel away is packed with type 1 collagen, the same kind your joints, cartilage, and ligaments desperately need as you age. Chicken skin is more than just crispy comfort food. It's made up of connective tissue proteins, mainly type 1 collagen and elastin, that match the building blocks inside your joints. When you eat it, your body doesn't have to work hard to convert it. It goes almost directly into rebuilding cartilage lining, joint fluid density, ligament strength. So instead of tossing it, think of chicken skin as a built-in, edible joint cushion. In a clinical trial published in the International Journal of Medical Sciences, adults over 55 who ate chicken skin and other poultry collagen sources saw powerful changes: 40% improvement in joint comfort, 33% drop in stiffness within 12 weeks, better knee movement and less swelling around the ankles. And this wasn't from fancy powders, just real food cooked gently. Janet spent her 60s peeling skin off every drumstick. She switched when her knees started creaking so loudly she couldn't sneak up on her grandkids if she tried. She started buying bone-in, skin-on thighs, seasoning them simply and slow roasting them.
After a few months, she noticed it was easier to kneel in her garden, and the swelling that always puffed up her ankles on summer evenings, gone. How to eat chicken skin for collagen, not clogs. Not all chicken skin is equal. Here's how to get the benefits without the baggage. Cook it gently. Slow roast, bake, or simmer in broth. Avoid deep frying, which can oxidize fats and increase inflammation. Keep the bones on. The skin, bones, and cartilage together form a natural collagen combo. Pair with herbs and spices. Garlic, rosemary, and turmeric help reduce any leftover inflammatory compounds. Many seniors worry, won't the fat hurt my heart? Recent research shows that for most older adults, moderate whole food animal fats don't spike dangerous cholesterol. They can increase HDL, the good, protective kind. The real danger comes from processed fats and trans fats, not real food like chicken skin prepared simply. So after exploring how something as ordinary as chicken skin can comfort your joints, let's go deeper into a food that's often hiding right on your pantry shelf or dissolving quietly in your cup of tea. It may look humble, but for older knees and swollen ankles, it can be one of the fastest ways to send fresh collagen right where it's needed most.
Let's talk about the food. Number 1. Gelatin. Gelatin, the gentle collagen you sip. You might remember gelatin from colorful desserts or grandma's homemade jelly, but what most people don't realize is gelatin is essentially collagen that's been cooked until it dissolves easily. That means your body can absorb it quickly, even if digestion isn't what it once was. Why it works especially well for seniors? As we age, stomach acid and enzyme levels often drop, making it harder to break down tough protein fibers in meat. But gelatin skips that step. Because it's already partially broken down, it moves straight into your bloodstream, bringing glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline, the amino acids your body uses to patch up joint cartilage and ligaments. It's like sending pre-cut building blocks right where repairs are needed. In a 2018 double-blind study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, older adults with knee pain took daily gelatin for 6 weeks. Results showed 37% improvement in joint mobility, 27% drop in inflammation markers, and early signs of cartilage thickening on MRI, a rare, measurable improvement in aging knees. And here's what stood out. Many participants reported less stiffness within just 2 weeks, proof that this isn't just theoretical. Walter had always loved walking after dinner. But by 70, his knees felt like rusty hinges by evening. Rather than expensive powders, he started stirring a spoonful of plain gelatin into his nightly herbal tea. Within a month, he found himself taking the long way home again because his knees didn't protest halfway through. A small, gentle change, but for Walter, it brought back a cherished ritual. But in the body, it becomes the very material that keeps your knees bending, your hips steady, and your ankles less swollen after a long day. For seniors who want less stiffness without pills, it's a gentle, proven friend.
Now, you've seen all 7 foods. Each brings unique nutrients, collagen, minerals, elastin, and anti-inflammatory fats to help your legs and joints feel supported, cushioned, and less swollen. But beyond lists and numbers, here's the heart of it. Your body still knows how to heal. All you have to do is feed it what it truly needs. It's not magic, it's biology. Your joints aren't beyond help. Even at 60, 70, or beyond, research shows your cartilage can still renew, your ligaments can still tighten, and swelling can fade. It won't happen in a day. But small daily choices, adding an egg yolk to breakfast, sipping bone broth at lunch, sprinkling pumpkin seeds over dinner, can lead to big, steady changes you feel. Remember Elaine and her garden knees? David and his dog walk? They're proof that age isn't an ending, it's a new chapter, one you can write softer, lighter, and with less pain. And maybe your story can be next. You don't have to eat all 7. Pick 2. Start gently. Maybe bone broth and sardines this week. Next week, add a handful of pumpkin seeds. Taste, notice, keep what feels good. Your joints will tell you what helps. Before you go, a little challenge. In the comments, tell me your age and which of these foods are you willing to try this week? I read and reply to every single one, not just to say thanks, but to remind you, you're not alone in this journey. If this felt helpful, click the like button, because more seniors like you deserve to hear that hope isn't lost. Tap subscribe and turn on the bell so you won't miss future videos built for you, practical, science-backed, and always delivered with respect. And finally, 1 month from now you wake up. Your knees still bend a little stiffly, but not painfully. By evening, your ankles aren't swollen and you climb the stairs without holding the rail. You did that. Not with fancy supplements or surgery, but with food your body knows how to use. See you in the next video, and until then, stay warm, stay moving, and stay hopeful.